Imagine a world without cars. No highways. No traffic lights. Only muddy roads, carriages pulled by tired horses, and the sound of wheels creaking against cobblestones. Travel was slow. Messy. Sometimes dangerous. Journeys that take us minutes today once took hours, even days. And when night fell, travel stopped completely. Because there was no light. No engine. No freedom. But in 1886, one quiet German engineer dared to ask, what if a machine could move by itself? His name was Karl Benz. And his dream was unlike anything the world had ever seen. He built a strange contraption. 3 wheels. A wooden frame. A small, rattling engine. It was called the patent motor wagon. It looked fragile. It sounded clumsy. And yet, it was alive. A carriage without a horse. Instead of applause, came laughter. Neighbors shook their heads. Newspapers mocked the idea. A carriage without a horse? Absurd, they sneered. Some said it was dangerous. Some said it was pointless. And even Karl himself wondered. Had he built nothing more than a toy? And then came Bertha. Karl's wife. His partner. His greatest believer. One early morning in 1888, while Karl slept, Bertha quietly rolled the motor wagon out of the workshop. She had no map. No spare parts. No safety net. But she had something far more powerful, faith. Her plan? To drive 60 miles from Mannheim to her mother's town. The first true road trip in history. The journey was anything but smooth. Curious children ran alongside the machine, laughing and pointing. Villagers stared in shock. Some whispered it was witchcraft. Others simply stood frozen, unable to believe their eyes. At one point, the fuel ran out. Bertha stopped at a small pharmacy and bought a liquid called Ligroin. That pharmacy became the world's first gas station. But the road tested her again. The chain broke. And Bertha repaired it herself, with nothing more than a garter. When the brakes wore thin, she asked a cobbler to nail on new leather. Problem after problem, solution after solution. She pressed on. Hour after hour. Mile after mile. The sound of the engine echoing through the countryside. And finally, dusty and exhausted, Bertha arrived. 60 miles away, in her mother's town. The impossible had become reality. Word spread quickly. Crowds no longer laughed. Now, they were amazed. What had looked like a fragile toy was suddenly the future of travel. And in that moment, the age of the automobile was born. From that tiny 3-wheeled motor wagon, to roaring AMGs, to silent electric EQs today. Every car owes its existence to one dreamer and one fearless woman. Karl built the machine, but Bertha gave it life. And together, they changed the world forever. But here's the real question. How did Mercedes-Benz go from one shaky 3-wheeler to the world's ultimate symbol of luxury? That's a story for the next episode. Until then, keep your curiosity alive and like, subscribe and share.